laugh and the world laugh with you, snore and you sleep alone. It is easy to stand with the crowd, it takes courage to stand alone. Sometimes you just need a break in a beautiful place alone to figure everything out. As I get older, I am more and more comfortable being alone. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Being alone has a power that very few people can handle. Better to be with no one than to be with the wrong one. I am learning a lot about myself being alone. The sun is alone too and is still shining. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes in the middle of nowhere you find yourself. Those who fly solo have the strongest wings. I enjoy being alone. My soul is at peace in the silence. If you want to be strong, learn to enjoy being alone. Happiness is being alone with your own thoughts. Loneliness expresses the pain of being alone, and solitude expresses the glory of being alone. I had already found that it was not good to be alone, and so made companionship with what there was around me, sometimes with the universe and sometimes with my own insignificant self. But my books were always my friends. Let fail all else. I don't want to be alone. I want to be left alone. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. I felt her absence. It was like waking up one day with no teeth in your mouth. You would not need to run to the mirror to know they were gone. If a man cannot understand the beauty of life, it is probably because life never understood the beauty in him. He succeeded in being considered totally uninteresting. People left him alone, and that was all he wanted. And if you could not be loved, the next best thing was to be let alone. Pointing to another, world will never stop voice among us. Shedding light over this world can alone help us. Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunset and makes night air smell better. When we truly realize that we are all alone is when we need others the most. Don't feel alone because there is always someone out there who loves you more than you can imagine. If you want to be happy, learn to be alone without being lonely. Learn that being alone does not mean being unhappy. The world is full of plenty of interesting and enjoyable things to do and people who can enrich your life. I think it is good for a person to spend time alone. It gives them an opportunity to discover who they are and to figure out why they are always alone. Without great solitude, no serious work is possible. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity. My alone feels so good. I will only have you if you are sweeter than my solitude. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be. We are not friends, we are not enemies, we are just strangers with some memories. All man's mysteries derive from not being able to sit quietly in a room alone. I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. Sometimes you need to be alone, not to be lonely, but to enjoy your free time being yourself. If you are afraid of being lonely, don't try to be right. I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It is not. The worst thing in life is ending up with people who make you feel all alone. As for now, I am gonna hear the saddest songs and sit alone and wonder No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man, behind blue eyes. I am invisible until someone needs me. My silence spoke 1,000 words, but you never heard them. We are all faced with problems in life. It's how we deal with them that determines our future. As I am trying to make everyone else happy, I am making myself miserable in the process. God only makes happy endings. If it is not happy, then it is not the end. The worst kind of pain is when you are smiling to stop the tears from falling. I hate missing someone and not being able to do anything about it. Sometimes you have to smile to hide your fears and laugh to hide your tears. Sometimes I want to die for a day and just watch and see who really cares. Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. You can ignore me as long as you can, but you can never change memories I brought in your life. Missing you has become a part of my daily life. Everywhere I go, everything I do, I keep carrying your memories with me. Your presence had filled up my life with joy and happiness, but now that you are gone, I feel like living inside an empty shell. Each drop of tear is costly than anything in world, but no one knows its value until they have it in their own eyes for someone. Nothing hurts me more than the miles we have between us. How I wish that you were by my side right now, my love. Look right into my eyes and see the love I have for you. You are the only one in my heart, and now I cannot live without you. When I realized we will not be together, the pain and sorrow flattened my heart, and I am drowning still. I thought I could not love anyone as much as I loved you, but now I think I could not get hurt by anyone as much as I got from you. Dear, I never imagined that something like this would ever happen to us. You are the love of my life. I wish you could forever stay with me. Even I am letting my tears down, I make sure no one sees me that vulnerable. Solitude is a chosen path, and I hope no one regrets choosing it. Even though you are feeling alone, remember that you have you. It is better to be alone than being in a crowd and feeling left out. Nothing will kill you more than your own thoughts. When I get sad, I hurt myself. When I hurt myself, I feel pain. When I feel pain, I cry. Thanks for watching. Make yourself better.